all these waistbands I have. And we're gonna start on this shoulder. Alright, you guys, these are the jeans that I'm gonna use for this project. Like I said, you guys have seen me in this before, but I've never actually demonstrated how I do it. At least I don't think I have. You know what? I might have, but it was probably a couple years ago. This one is a variation on a theme. So I chose these jeans because they are a men's jean, and they're much longer, they're much bigger, and I feel like in order for me to get the full, like how I want it to fit, men's jeans just are a lot better. And I think I used men's jeans on the last one, but the other ones that I used had a very decorative pocket on it, which made it nice. In the back it had like this little leather tab. I'll pop up a picture for you. That one I used 2 different types of denim. Here I'm probably going to use 2 types of denim too, but I'm going to make this one a little different. So anyway, we're going to start with these. So here we go. Another thing I like about these jeans is I like that seam in there with that double stitching or triple stitching in there. I think that that's a nice design feature. We're going to flip these upside down. I've already put a pin in here where I'm going to cut because this is the way the jacket is going to be. It's going to be not fully cropped, like not a crop, but it is going to be right probably at my waist. And once I do my shoulder seams, if I feel like it's hitting too low, I'm going to bring it up a little. Ideally, I'd like to try to get this over my head, but I may have to open this up. You know what, I'm probably just going to open it up, but I'm going to go in here, I'm going to seam rip all of this. So I would say try the pants or the jeans on this way. I want them to kind of come, like I want the jacket to end like right here where my pants are. And I want my shoulder right here. So what I'm going to do, I want that shoulder seam to be right here on my shoulder. So I'm going to take this pin out because I think it's just too far back. Plus I need this extra for my sleeve. So I'm going to put a pin right here on top, just like that, right on my shoulder. So that's going to mark where I want my seam to be. That's where I want the jacket to hit. You can see I made the waist front and back even. I just pulled up some of the back here to make that even across the front because that's the way I want it to fit when it's done. Okay? So that's the first step, determining where you want your shoulder seam to be. I think I'm okay. Move it up just a little. All right. Let's go to the cutting table. We're going to try to cut this on the table this time. All right, now we've got the jeans on the table. I am going to line up the front and the back natural, and then I'm going to deal with it on the back end. All right, so here we are. This is where my pin is. So that is where I want to cut just above. This is the shoulder point, and I need to allow myself a seam allowance. So this is my actual stitch line, and this is going to be my actual cut line. And I'm just eyeballing it. You know, when I get to the machine, I can measure, make sure it's 5/8 of an inch. But I'm eyeballing. And then I'm going to bring the pants together this way, making everything even here at the bottom, smoothing it out here, just like that. Now, ideally, after I cut this, this should be enough for my sleeve. I am going to do a little something different on the sleeve, and I'm probably going to cuff this on the sleeve, but this part is going to be the lower portion of the sleeve. So I'm going to put this off to the side right now for later. Now we're just going to focus on this part of the jacket. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the inseam. I'm going to leave this stitching here. And I'm going to cut here like that. Stay close as you can to the stitching. You don't want to have to go back in there later and clean that up, because you will notice a little fraying. So I'm cutting that really close. Be careful not to cut onto the seam. All right, so let's start in the back. We're going to do this similar to the way we would if we were creating a skirt. We're going to go in and clip this area to help it lay flat. So again, going in really close. You may have to go up a little higher. The whole idea is to get this to lay nice and flat, and the only way you can do that is to clip. So we're clipping that and laying that like that. So that makes it nice and flat. I'm going to go in and pin it. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to leave it like this or do something different, but I want to make sure that I have poked myself so much with pins this week, you guys. I'm so nervous about pinning when I can't see. So I'm just going to leave that right there. Flip it back over. We're going to open this up, and we need to think about what part of this jacket is going to be exposed in the front. So when this is all said and done, do I want the zipper concealed, or do I want part of the zipper here? I could split it off so that this part of the zipper is left here and this one is there, and so then it'll look kind of like that. Or I could leave the whole zipper intact over on that side and just disconnect it. So you kind of have to decide, you know, how you want it to look. But we're going to take this out because all of this needs to be folded in, because that's the front of the jacket. Okay? So I'm going to go in with my seam ripper. You all have seen me do this countless times before in an upcycle. Getting started is the hardest part because these stitches are in here so good. I'm just going to zoom in so you all can really appreciate. You see this little stitch right here? That? Yeah, that's some serious stitches right there. All right, so I got it apart, and this part is actually, doesn't look too bad. I'll just cut some of these threads off. I think it'll be fine. This side, on the other hand, looks a little janky. So I'm gonna go in and take this, see if I can take it loose a little bit more. And I'm doing that so that I can fold the rest of this in. So I'm going to take some of these threads out. And then I think I'm going to try to fold this under so that it lays flat. I think that'll be a lot better. And then we can fold that under to make it a clean finish. I don't want to have to add a facing. I really don't. I'm hoping that the weight of the jacket will keep it looking pretty sturdy. I don't want to have to add a facing. If I have to, I will, but we'll see how this looks when we're done. And here, this is sort of the front of the jacket and how it will likely lay. We're going to go back and try it on in a minute. And then this is the back of the jacket. And I gotta make this lay flat. That is going to be, see how I got a buckle in there? We don't want that. So let's pull these pins out again and try to make this lay flat. Okay, so here we are. The back is nice and flat. We can lay that down. And now we have the front like that. All right, I haven't determined yet where the sleeve openings are going to be. Probably somewhere right above that stitching. I'm doing a different kind of sleeve, and I'll show you what I'm planning. Different kind of design feature. I'm using these waistbands to create the sleeve. So I'm going to take a couple of these, and they're going to be on the shoulder like that. I have some more in the other room, but they're going to be attached like that, so you'll be able to see through them. And then I'm going to take the rest of this pants leg and attach it here, and the sleeve is going to hang off that way. So no, I haven't figured out how that's going to work, but we got to figure out the shoulder and the arm opening now. So let's go. Okay, so this is the front. Kind of right there is where we want it to hit. I think my shoulder seam is in the right place. But now I need to figure out where the underarm is. And like I said, this is my underarm right here. There's that stitch. So this is where the jacket needs to be open. That's here. And I'm doing it this way instead of on my dress form because I know a lot of you do not have dress forms just readily available. And a lot of times you have to try things on yourself to get them to look right. So let's go in. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just me, your body, and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you. All right, we got it out. And we are going to put this on. Actually, what I'm gonna do is put my right sides together, match up my shoulders, and we are going to, you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just pinning this across the shoulder. I want to see what this is going to look like before I start sewing anything, and make sure the placement is where I want it to be. Stuck already. All right, so we're gonna turn this over and try this on. Oh, I got stuck. Let's see how we're looking. Okay. I have no idea how this looks in the back. I do need to go look in the mirror. Now, this isn't something I'm trying to close up. I just want it to fit. So I'm gonna go look in the mirror. I'll be back. Hey, okay, we're back. So what I decided to do, because I don't like the unfinishedness of this, I'm going to take one of these waistbands and attach it around this area. I like that a lot better, and I think it's a nice design feature for when I do the shoulders. So it may not be this particular one, but I'm going to look at the colors of the waistbands that I have and figure out which one needs to go here, and then I'll work it out in the back. But I'll show you all of that. In the meantime, look at all these waistbands I have. This just goes to show you, and this is only some of them. This goes to show you how many jeans I have been cutting up to prepare for this show. And I would say half of these come from the current jeans that I've cut up, and then some of these are just left over from shows from the past. So we're going to go in and choose a few that are not very long. And I'm going to use those here on the shoulder. I think I'm going to try to do 2 and then attach the sleeve to the last one. I don't know that I want to cut this part off. I might want to just leave it and just attach this down and close it up right around here under the arm, and then attach the other one to it. So for right now, we're just going to keep this here. I want this to match up and cover up all of that there. I want this covered here. So you have that. And then that way I can use this to kind of work in whatever's going on here around the neck, because I don't want that to look unfinished back there. And then we're going to start on this shoulder. I kind of want it to hang off my shoulder. I don't want it to be right up here, because I don't want it to like be that close in there. But I'm going to put this one here like that, and then let's just grab, I can just grab any one. Oh, this one doesn't have the belt loops on it. Okay. I don't want them to be too close in color either. And I'm going to remove these little tags off of it wherever I have them. And then this one would attach here, and I will attach the loop there. So you'll actually be able to see a little bit of my arm under the sleeve, and then I will just attach the rest of the leg on here. So that's pretty much gonna be it. You can always do some embellishments and other things like that, but I'm trying to keep it as simple, because I feel like I want you to be able to go to your closet or go to the thrift store, get a pair of men's jeans, and I want you to be able to do this, and you can do it your own way. You don't have to do it exactly like how I'm doing it, but it'll give you an idea of just how to start cutting, laying it together, flatten it out, get it to where you want. You can make this longer. You could make it more cropped. You could definitely bring it up. That's a really cute jacket. But for me, for this one, I just wanted it to be a little longer, because all the other ones I have are either really short. I haven't done a really long one yet. Maybe I'll do that later. But anyway, maybe I'll do something like that for the show. Okay, so we're going to go in, work this piece in, and then figure out which one of these waistbands are going to work on the sleeve. So now let's go back to the table. All right, now that we have tried this on and pinned everything, mostly everything, in place, let's take a look at this. All right, so we've got the one waistband around the neck area here. I'm going to stitch this down along the edge there. I do have to figure out how I'm going to handle the back.
some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.